Sairam children. So in today's session, we're going to do active English. Okay, we're going to start with chapter 29. Okay, last class we did chapter 28 and today we are going to do chapter 29. So you all can open your books. Yes, and open chapter 29. You can write the date on the top. Are you all ready with your books? So shall we begin? Okay. Here you're given the answers and you have to write the questions. And all the questions will begin with how. Okay. Normally, now here in this exercise, answers are given to us and we have to frame the questions and all the questions will begin with how. We're going to use how to frame the question. Okay, so let's see the first one, how they have done it. The tree is 20 feet high. The tree is 20 feet high. Okay, so here the answer is 20 feet high. So I have to frame a question such that I get an answer that the tree is 20 feet high. So how should I frame the question? I have to use how and the answer should be 20 feet. So I'll frame the question as how high is the tree? How high is the tree? So I get the answer. The tree is 20 feet high. Clear? Shall we move to the next one? Okay. Now here, since we are framing the questions, we have to put a question mark at the end of it, right? We'll not keep a full stop. We have to put a question mark. Why? Because this is a question. So you have to keep it in mind that when you frame any question, at the end of it, you also have to put a question mark. Clear? Let's see the next one. The river is 30 feet deep. The river is 30 feet deep. Now here the answer is 30 feet deep, right? 30 feet is the main answer. So now I have to frame a question for this using how, beginning with how. So how will I frame it? How deep is the river, right? How deep is the river? Clear, children? How deep is the river? Clear? Let's see the next example. The room is 25 feet wide. The room is 25 feet wide. So the answer here is 25 feet, right? And the question has to begin with how. We are describing the room, right? So 20 feet wide room. 20 feet wide is the adjective here, right? We are describing the room. The answer has to be 25 feet. And I have to begin the question with how. So how will I frame it? How wide is the room? How wide is the room? Clear? Let's see the next example. The boy is 5 feet 3 inches tall. The boy is 5 feet 3 inches tall. Right? So we are describing the boy's height. Right? The boy is 5 feet 3 inches tall. So what should the question be? How tall is the boy? How tall is the boy. Clear? Let's see the next one. The river is 200 miles long. The river is 200 miles long. Now again, we are talking about the river. We are describing that the river is 200 miles long. Now what will be the question be for this? Can you all tell me that? Yes, think about it and write it down. And then I'll tell you the answer and you can see whether you have got it right. Okay. So try to write down, try to frame the question for this. The river is 200 miles long. So what should the question be for this? Yes, now let's see what should the question. How long is the river? Yes, easy, isn't it? How long is the river? Clear? You all got this? Let's see the next question now. There are 5 oranges on the table. There are 5 oranges on the table. Now children, till here we were describing the noun with respect to quality, right? 5 feet long, so many feet wide and so on. But now we are talking about numbers, quantity. There are 5 oranges on the table, right? What is the noun here? Oranges. And what are we talking about here? We are talking about the quantity of oranges. So there will be change in the question, right? I have to begin it with how. But how will I frame it after that? How, then since it is quantity, adjective of quantity, we are talking about quantity here, we will use the word many. Okay, how many oranges are there on the table? And why did I use many? Yes, we used many because oranges, the noun is countable noun, right? So there are so many things you need to keep it in mind. All that you have learned till now, you have to put it to use here, right? You're talking about countable, uncountable nouns here. You're talking about the punctuations, right? How H has to be capital. There has to be a question mark at the end of it. And then adjective also. In this sentence, we are describing the noun with respect to quantity, number. Yes, there are 5 oranges on the table. So we are talking about how many oranges are there on the table. That is the reason we have used the word many. Clear? There are 5 oranges on the table. So the question should be, how many oranges are there on the table? Clear, children? The next one, the 7th one, is similar to this. So that is a homework for you. You all are going to do it. I'll go to the 8th one. Okay. There is a lot of water on the table. There is a lot of water on the floor. Sorry. There is a lot of water on the floor. Now, children, water is uncountable now. Clear? A lot of water. Again, we are talking about quantity of water, and water is an uncountable noun. So how should I frame the question? Can anyone guess? Can anyone tell me what should the question be for this? Yes, very good. The question should be, how much water is there on the floor? How much water is there on the floor? How much water is there on the floor? Clear? Since we are talking about quantity, we have used how many when it was countable nouns, and now we are using much because it is uncountable noun. Water is a uncountable noun, right? Let's move to the next question. I hope you all have followed till here. Yes? The next 9th and 10th will also be a homework for you. So you have 3 questions for your homework. The 7th one, 9th one and 10th one. You all are going to frame the question and write it down in your book. Clear? Yes? So now let's move to the next exercise on the next page. Write a word with the opposite meaning of the word underlined. Okay? Sentence is given. There is a word underlined in the sentence and you have to write the opposite meaning of the word underlined. Okay? Opposite for the word underlined. Let's see. This story is true, but the other story is dash. This story is true, but the other story is dash. So, true has been underlined here, right? When we are using but, we are talking about two different things. We are contradicting the statement. So, we have to write the opposite of true here. This story is true, but the other story is, what will be the opposite of true? Yes, untrue. The other story is untrue. You all can write this down in the black. U-N-T-R-U-E, untrue. Clear? Shall we move to the next one? Okay. This pencil is thick, but that one is dash. This pencil is thick, but that one is thin. Opposite of thick is thin, right? We have done these opposites so many times in our new voices, in our grammar. So I think everybody should be knowing about this, right? Everyone must be knowing the opposites very well. Let's see the next one. Some people are young, but others are, yes, very good, old. Some people are young, but others are old. Let's go to the next one. She is tall, but her brother is dash. She is tall, but her brother is, very good, her brother is short. She is tall, but her brother is short. Clear? Let's go to the next question. Those men are bad, but the others are dash. Yes, you all will write down the answers and then I'll tell you the correct answer. I'll show you the correct answer and you can see whether you all are getting it correct. Yes, those men are bad, but the others are, let's see the answer, good. Yes, those men are bad, but the others are good. Now let's see the next one. Today she is happy, but yesterday she was very dash. Today she is happy, but yesterday she was very sad. Opposite of happy is sad. Today she is happy, but yesterday she was very sad. His shirt was clean this morning, but now it is dash. His shirt was clean this morning, but now it is dash. What is the opposite of clean? Yes, very good. The opposite of clean is dirty. So, his shirt was clean this morning, but now it is dirty. Clear, children? Let's move to the next one. This exercise is hard, but the last one was easy. Very good. This exercise is hard, but the last one was easy. Some of the people were young. Some of the people were young, but some were, yes, old. Same question was there earlier also. That was in singular, now it is in plural. That's the only difference. So you all know, you all can write down the answer. Some of the people were young, but some were old. Clear? Let's see the next one. The road went up and dash over the hills. The road went up and dash over the hills. What is the opposite of up? Very good. Down. Right. The road went up and down over the hills. The road went up and down over the hills. Clear, children? I hope you all have followed everything here. Right? Now the rest of the sentences, the rest of the questions given, that is 11 to 17, is again in homework for you all. You all are going to do it on your own. Right? Again, you're going to read the sentence and write down the opposite of the word underlined. Okay? So, totally you have page number 63, 7, 9 and 10 as homework, and page number 64, 11 to 17 as homework. Okay, children? Clear? Then that's all for today. We'll stop over here. Bye. Sai Ram.